Hello, friends. Welcome to B&K Book Club Sprints. We are reading One Golden Summer. Let us know if you're reading this with us. If you're not, this is technically it's like an interconnected book with Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. And I read that. Have you? I don't know if you did. Okay, I wasn't sure if you ended up reading it or not. So we'll see if that makes a big difference or not. From what I heard, it's not that you won't understand anything. It's just you would spoil things potentially from Every Summer After, which isn't a big deal, I don't think, for you.
I don't find that to be a big deal. And the author has said it's not a big deal. So I will agree with the author.
Exactly.
We will find out if I feel that way. Honestly, by the time I go back to read Every Summer After, I will have forgotten everything anyway. So, it's fine.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I'm really excited. Her book covers are always beautiful. They put me in a summery mood, so I am excited. Let's check in with the comments. Hello, Glenda. Hello to Neil. Hi, Bethany. Hi, Vanessa. Yeah. Did read the connected book. Okay. Did you like it, Bethany? I loved it. I gave it a 5-star, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Today was a very tiring day at work, so I haven't read anything yet, but I need to read a bunch of my sheer book. Yeah. Today was exhausting for a lot of people, I feel.
This is also my Shire book, and I haven't even started yet, so it's fine. It's fine.
You'll be fine. And this is a quick and short read, I feel. So
I think the audio is only 11 hours, and I'm going to listen at 2 times speed. So realistically,
exactly,
this is going to be fast. And I loved when we did Carly Fortune last year for B&K. We did Every Summer Will Be Different, and we adored that book.
Yeah. Especially you, because you had that connection with PEI, and this one takes place in my province. And I think that is why because sometimes when you have actually been to the place, it just you feel very connected to it.
Agree. Yeah. I really feel like she writes atmosphere so well. Now that I'm saying that from the one book I've read, but kind of hearing that's commonplace, that because I still haven't read anything else. I read that last year, 5-starred it, and was like, oh, I'm going to read more, and then still haven't. It's fine.
We'll just keep adding them to the book club list every year.
I mean, I have a bunch of the backlist books on my shelves.
Yeah.
I have Eden at the Lake. I have Every Summer After, and someday I will read them.
Yes, someday. Some hellos. Started this one last night, and as always, immediately loving the setting and characters. Good. I'm so glad. I am not doing Char this year. I needed a chill June. Some hellos. Hi, Steph. Just finished The Wind Weaver. Hopefully you loved it.
I know what you thought of this. My final thoughts are not out in the universe yet, because my vlog only went halfway through the book. So this week's vlog will have my final thoughts on The Wind Weaver. But I would really love to know your thoughts.
Loved it. Carly Fortune is my Shire book because I love her. Okay, that's perfect. Read Every Summer After and loved it too. Good. Everyone loved it. I feel like she's a very well-loved author from what I've seen. Yes. Very much so.
I feel like also very consistent. I feel like if you loved one of her books, you have most likely loved all of the books.
I didn't love Meet Me at the Lake. I did give that 3. That was my one where it was not as well loved, but it still was a decent summer read. It's not that I don't recommend it to people. It's just for me, it wasn't my fave. So.
Not your favorite.
Yeah. Hello, have about an hour left on my audiobook, and then I'm starting One Golden Summer. Ooh, so exciting.
I feel like so many people are reading with us this time.
I know. A lot of people really love Carly Fortune, I know.
And it was a good read last year. Again, we all enjoyed it last year.
Yes. She just writes such a good summary, and that's what I felt was missing a bit in Meet Me at the Lake. It wasn't as good. She wasn't putting as much descriptions, and I loved the descriptions in the other books. So I felt like that it didn't put me in a summery mood as much. That's the only thing. Need to start my Shire book. Thankfully, it's a book that I know I will devour. Nice.
I love how we're all just like not even started yet. We're like, we'll get there. You know what? A Hobbit journey can be slow and steady.
Yeah, exactly.
What a Hobbit is like.
For sure. We'll be reading For Found Dead by Natalie Richards, my Leg 2 book for the Amazing Readathon. Nice. Hi, Alicia. We'll be joining on this read. Just have an errand to run in the first sprint. Nice. I'm excited for you to join us because I think it hasn't been lining up where Alicia's been reading them like before us and
or after
putting it in. Yeah. Or after. Yeah. So that'll be exciting. Hello, Ro, reading the new V. Schwab. It's cool so far. Glad you're liking it. Hi, Sarah. Not reading the book club book today. That's fine. Did pick up this one and the one that this one spins off from. I've never read Curly Fortune before, so I'm hoping to get to it soon. I hope you enjoy them. I think Brittany will like The 13th Child, but I'm curious about Kelsey. I may have suggested this to Leandra as a possible 5-star collab video for you all. I have not heard of this book.
I don't even know what this is. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on a second.
By Erin Craig, I'm assuming, because the cover is fabulous.
Why does this sound like a horror book?
It sounds like a retelling.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay.
It does say horror on Goodreads. It says fantasy horror gothic.
Yeah, I know. But
that worries me.
I like gothic horror.
Yeah, that worries me. I would say
about this.
Probably not, to be honest. I would read it, but I probably would not like it.
I have added it to my TBR. Thank you, Vanessa. Very much.
Reading under Lock and Key. Nice. Natalie Richards is the same author who wrote 5 Total Strangers. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I knew I recognized the name from somewhere. The beginning took a couple of chapters to click for me. Then it finally took off. Thought it was a decent read, but probably 4.5. I got to the Shire book early today, so I'm sightseeing right now. Nice. It's a YA fantasy horror retelling, but I feel like it's not horror like We Used to Live Here. Okay, yeah, because I hated We Used to Live Here.
It's gothic horror, which is not really the same. There's so many types of horror. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like the horror genre is extremely varied. So the part that I don't like is paranormal horror because there is never an explanation. No one ever tells me what the heck is going on. But like when it comes to like commentary horror where I would say like, okay, something is horrific, such as like The Butterfly Garden, where it's like a serial killer and you're like in the POVs of like the people he's taken. Mm-hmm. So that's obviously horror because it's dense and like a lot, it's horrific. Yeah. And then also like gothic horror, which is more like the setting is horrific. In a way, like it's very dark. It's kind of almost dark academia type of setting almost. Which none of these things would win Kelsey over. Nothing that I'm saying is helping Kelsey.
No, I just don't think I'm a horror person, like in one way or another. Like unfortunately, I don't think that's the one that is going to win the 4 of us over.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which would be the most likely. And I can't really figure it out. Maybe
Anxious People.
Yeah. Maybe like a literary contemporary fiction. That's the only one I can really see us all potentially loving.
I feel like you've done a really good job in picking Anxious People. I'm not going to lie.
Yes, thank you. My other pick, which I'm not going to say because who knows if we can do it. You might know what I'm talking about. I think that one could be a winner too.
Oh, I need more information than that to know.
I'll just type it in.
But I do know that, like, I feel like Frederick Bachman is a safe choice. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I think that one could be a winner because a few people have read in our group, a couple, not few, and gave those books good readings. So,
by who didn't? It's me.
Hello, not reading the book club book. That's fine. Haven't read the first one. It sounds like it's better to read the other one first. Technically, they're interconnected. However, the author said that you didn't have to read them, but you would hypothetically maybe spoil a couple of details. But I don't think that, like with a romance, I don't ever think that if I have a spoiler, I'm not going to enjoy it as much. That's just my opinion. I think it hits a little of everything each of you like. I'm intrigued. Well,
Okay.
stay tuned. There might be a chance to give your opinion.
Honestly, I am sold, Vanessa. Like, I am so sold. So, like, leave it with me. Leave it with me. I will.
You'll read it either way.
I'll read it either way. But yeah. I mean, we don't even know if we're gonna have to do it again, because I do think Frederick Bachman is a really
you're very right, actually. Yeah. Vanessa just 5-starred it. Wow.
I do know a lot of people are hoping we never find a 5-star. Like, I'm
kind of maybe hoping we don't find a 5-star.
So many comments on Traveling Cat Chronicles were like, please don't find a 5-star. We're loving this video.
I'm loving it too, actually. It's really fun to be able to read together. Yeah, I'm really loving it.
I'll kind of be sad if Frederick Bachman, because we have so many plans for after Frederick Bachman.
I know.
We're just like,
do we go for like a round 2? Can we get another 5-star?
Because we have a lot of plans in place, and I would be kind of sad if we don't get to do those plans.
I know. But then maybe we can keep going, because then I don't know. We could do like, can we get another 5-star almost?
Can we all DNF a book? I feel like that would be really easy.
That would be very easy. Actually, I don't know.
We were all very close with Traveling Cat, to be honest.
No, I was not close at all.
No, but like 3 out of 4.
I know, but we have to have 4, so I don't know. But then people are gonna pick books that we hate, and then it's like not gonna be as
Why
enjoyable.
would we want to do that? Exactly.
I like this idea. We'll figure out if we get a 5-star. We will figure out if we're gonna continue, because I would love to continue.
Yeah, it's a fun series.
It is. Was experiencing some FOMO, so I joined her a little late, joined the Pathfinders, and need to catch up on the prompts.
But you don't need to catch up on the prompts with Pathfinders, because you can just do the prompts in whatever order you want to with Pathfinders. That it's all vibes, no rules.
Yeah, that's true. So
you know, you can if you want to, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
pick up wherever.
Exactly. Dark setting. Okay, it's not horror. Okay. I'm not opposed. I usually will read almost anything besides like major horror. I will not read like a paranormal horror. I don't care to.
Yeah.
But I will usually give. I wasn't the hard one to like say yes to a lot of.
You are not. Kelsey's the easiest one to get to agree on.
I'm like, sure, whatever.
Kelsey is like, even if she knows she's gonna hate it, she'll be like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll read it. Like she's very open.
Yeah, I'm just like, whatever. If like I really hate it, I'll DNF. I always give it a shot, but if I'm really not vibing, then I DNF. Well, then you take what you learned from the 5-star and try to find another. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Yeah,
totally.
And you know, it's so funny because we were actually so hopeful with the Cat Chronicles. It was pathetic how hopeful we were. Like, we got it. Like, we're really learning that, like, our tastes, and we're really picking things that are, like, really good and, like, things we all like. And then it's like that one went the worst, actually.
If there was any way for me to have extracted that Voxer conversation and put it at the start of the vlog, you would all know how delusional we were leading into the
absolutely delusional. Well, I wasn't delusional, I guess, for my own opinion, but
everyone else. So sure. We were like, we've got it. Brittany is brilliant. Like, that is what we were saying. Yeah, like, it was like, oh, this is a great idea. Cats. How can we go wrong with cats? Like,
and then there was another book that one of you read after that was actually a cat following a cat. Leandra, and that one would have worked better.
Leandra just read something cat sat.
That would have worked so much better.
I don't remember the name of the book, but it was sci-fi, so I don't know if you two would have liked it.
Yeah, maybe not, actually. Who knows, honestly? Who knows? Hello, finishing off Deadly Education tonight. Nice. Ooh, I skipped one. Thanks for clarifying that. Thought you had to read the prompts in order.
Not Pathfinders. Pathfinders get to just vibe. And it's a really nice way for people to participate without having necessarily the competitiveness of the other teams. So there's options for everybody, which is really, really nice.
I love that all the readathons now have like a easy mode almost, because like a lot of people do not want to have that much competitive. You know, like a lot of people are mood readers and they don't want the competitiveness. So there's a lot of different.
And I think there's some people who really like the competitive vibe. So you don't want it to be taken away, because there's people.
No, definitely. So just like open it all up. Yeah, because it keeps a lot of people on track when you're like being competitive, and I love that. Yeah.
So it makes a room for everybody, which is
exactly.
great.
Hi, Sam. It's rainy that I'm skeptical about. I can see you're not giving it a long enough shot. Yeah, you to be honest, I think usually the one I'm the most skeptical about is Rainy.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I was like, I'm just gonna wait and see what she said.
To be honest, usually I'm like, yeah, and even with anxious people, I'm most skeptical about Rainy.
I think it's because Rainy is a mood reader.
Yes.
So like even if it's a book that Rainy would like, if she's not in the mood for it, she's not going to like it in that time. And because we're having to read them at very specific times, that can be where the rest of us are less mood readery.
Yeah, you're actually very, very right. I agree with that 100%.
It just shows the different types of readers we are, really. Yeah. Like even within the outside of like genre types, but like actually like reading type wise, which is really interesting.
Yeah, I would say I'm a mood reader, but I don't like. There's a lot of times where I'm in the mood for a lot of different books, so it's like yes, I'm a mood reader, but I'm in the mood for almost all books at one time. So it's like it's not hard to mood read for me. So, oh, that's the one. Okay,
that's it. That's the one Leandra was reading.
Yeah, and she loved it, I think, right? Or enjoyed it at least.
Yeah, she loved it, I think.
I don't even remember if she liked it or not. I'm trying to remember.
I think she liked it. Now
okay. Maybe we're not supposed to say actually now that I'm like, oh right, yeah, that's a thing.
The only reason I know is because she was reading on sprints. So
okay. Here's my suggestion. One person reads a 5-star, then recommends it to the others and predicts who will rate it, what, or DNF.
Sarah,
that is a funny idea.
Sarah, might one of us already have had such ideas?
Great minds think alike.
Great minds, Sarah. Great minds. Don't worry. If you want to see this, just hope we don't get a 5-star.
Yeah. Going to be reading Fireborn. Nice.
Yes.
I can imagine books that you all give a 4-star, but the things that will bump it up to a 5 for some would knock it down to a 3 for others. Yeah, I was really hopeful about like Ace of Spades. I was like, we're all gonna give it 5, and like they're, and then Leandra bumped it down, I think, for a reason, and you bumped it down for a reason.
No, I gave Ace of Spades.
No, you bumped it up for a reason, and then Leandra bumped it down for a reason. And it was just interesting to see like everyone's different mindsets.
Truly, because these are our people here in the chat. They know me. These people know me and know that I have weird reading tastes. Okay, I'm weird with the reading. Who would have thought that I would have liked the majority of the books we've read? Like that I would be the one that is like highly giving.
Well, actually, I've been highly too, because Ace of Spades was a 4 for me, and then Traveling Cat was a 4, so I'm also easy to please.
I know.
The two that look the hardest to please are Leandra and Rainy.
True.
Yeah.
We did not think that going in. We thought it was going to be me, y'all.
Yeah, no, I did not think that. But it's making you look good. So, and anxious people is like a home run gonna be for me and you. Like we're gonna love it. I can already I can't say that for certain, but we give Frederick Bachman really good readings.
If I don't like a Frederick Bachman book, something has gone disastrously wrong.
Yeah, like disastrously wrong for both, especially you.
Frederick Bachman is an autobi author, so like,
yeah,
truly,
that would be devastating. Actually,
honestly, that would be like there would be a surprise.
Yeah, and we're reading him back-to-back months. We're reading him July, August.
Oh, I love it. Excited.
I know. I love it.
Which actually, speaking of book club, I guess we're trying to get into a sprint. We'll announce it later.
Well, what are you announcing? You could announce if you want.
Next month's book club, but I don't have a copy because it's not out yet.
I do not have a copy either, but it is when Javi met Marie.
Dumped Marie.
I can't remember the name for the life of me. But that is the book club book. If you're interested and you don't know what our book club books are for the rest of the year, Brittany and I both have a video of the books we're covering off for July to December. So, yeah. Great minds. Yep, definitely. Her vlog came out already, and yes, she loved it. I'd never heard of it, but it made me want to pick it up. Yeah, isn't that the book that made Leandra cry?
I believe
so. I
so.
didn't know it made her cry. Maybe I did know that. Sometimes my memory, like, she tells me things, and then, like, and when we're chatting in Voxer, I'm like, yeah, like, that's gonna leave my mind tomorrow.
We talk about so many things.
We do. We really do. It's bad. Well, it's not bad. It's good, but it's bad for the memory because it's like, okay, now I have to remember today's voice messages. Yesterday is out of the mind now. Leandra and Rainy's reading taste are the furthest apart, so it tracks. Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like Leandra and I are very apart too. I'm not surprised at all. Alrighty, we're gonna jump into our first sprint, which will be an hour. I will see everyone in 1 hour. Hello. How did that sprint go for everyone?
No, I got to the end of chapter 5.
Okay, perfect. I got to end of chapter 10, like the first day, and I'm obsessed. It's so good.
I'm so glad. I'm
liking
it? I'm not obsessed with it yet.
That's fair because I think like the PI one this summer will be different. I was like, it's good. Yeah. And you were like, I'm obsessed. So I think it's because like if you can connect with the places and like stuff like that, it just like really puts you in the mood. So yeah.
But like I'm liking it.
Yeah, so that's good.
Lot. Like I'm still really enjoying it.
Yeah, like it's for you, like probably 4-star energy kind of thing, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
It's still early.
So I mean, like that's still good
either. So
yeah, and the 4 is still good. So. Hello, starting Glow of the Everflame tonight. Ooh, I need to read that one because what's the first one called?
Spark.
Yeah, Spark. That's the one I read, and then I need to continue from there.
So. I also need to continue from there. So.
Oh, well, maybe a future buddy read then, depending on when you're reading it.
Lord knows when that will be.
Literally, I have no plans.
I would love to get to it sooner rather than later.
Me too. I've been saying that since I read it in December.
Next month, there is so many mandatory reads on my list, not including like I haven't done Timmy's yet. So like I don't even know what that has in store. Obviously, it's only June 10th, but I know like how many books I need to read for like projects.
Yeah.
And I'm like, help.
Yeah, that's rough.
July has so many because we have the return of Genre Bind Comp Club. That announcement will be going out soon. So I have to read a book for that. Very excited about it though. We have a book.
Yeah.
I need to read for my Cosmere read along. And I feel like there's another book I also have to read.
Anxious People. Anxious People.
Oh, that's what it is. The 5-star project book.
Yeah.
And that doesn't include like vlogs or anything. That's just like
I know.
Project books. So like I don't know if Glow is gonna happen.
No, oh god, no. I was like, for me, I was planning to get to it by the fall, probably, realistically.
Yeah, I would have loved to get to it in June or July.
I know.
I would have loved to. And yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Because honestly, because I'm also doing Summerween, which it doesn't work for Summerween either.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
So there's just so much.
I know. Too many books, not enough time. Doing some work. That was a reading journal update sprint. Nice. Heating up some dinner. Hello. Had dinner, leftover slow cooker barbecue sandwiches. Yum. And read about 10% of my sightseeing book. Nice. Decided to switch gears because my next few days are extra busy. I was going for an adult fantasy, but I switched to finish a middle grade fantasy.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. One I had mostly done for sightseeing. Nice. Yeah. You will love it. Which book was it?
Glow.
Oh, Glow. Yes. Do you know when, because she's supposed to have a 4th book. It's like still up in the air. That is crazy. Wow. People are angry, I'm sure, right?
People are irritated.
Because I did hear she pushed it back once, but I don't know if it like got pushed back further.
Well, it's just like
now it's like unknown, right? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I think Vanessa just said it's pushed to 2026, but like even that doesn't have like a specific date. So until it has like a real specific date, I take dates with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I do want to get the books eventually, but I know they were switching the covers or something. So like I remember Rainey saying if I got them like back then that like they wouldn't be the same. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna read on Kindle and then eventually I'll get them.
Well, that's because it went from indie to traditionally pubbed.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
There's some things going on.
Yeah. 1 year of One Burn was originally supposed to come out. Wow. Insider scoop from talking with her PA that she's still writing it. Oh, wow.
Writing it. It's not coming out until the end of 26 then.
Oh, that is not good to kind of announce something before you're done, I feel like.
Well, I think they kind of have to announce it a little bit because people have been waiting for so long.
But I feel like usually authors like finish the like no, or I don't know. They at least have the title and like the cover a lot.
Not until it's written.
Yeah. I don't know.
It has been a big gap between 3 and 4.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Got to chapter 17 of 4 Found Dead. Nice. Some hellos. In for a glow. Buddy read. Yeah.
Good. I just don't know when it's going to happen.
I know. That's the problem. Like, I've been saying I want to get to it, and I read it in, I think, December. And I'm like, oh, I'll get to the next book. And I'm like, I don't know when I will.
I would love to get to it in June. I really, really would. But and this is true. Timmy's could give it to me. This is also
you never know.
True. Because we truly have no idea what Timmy's is going to do. And if it does, then we'll do it then.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm hoping that Timmy's just lets me get my mandatory books on it.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, Friends.
Yeah. Couldn't wait very long to continue and very invested. That's how I felt, and then I like put it aside. I need to pick it back up. I was like, for sure I'll pick it up like in January, February, and never did, and then it just kind of falls to the wayside. Can't wait to hear what the next genre blend and guest is going to be.
I don't know. Honestly, I know half of the information. I don't know the full information. We're still finalizing hosts, which is why it hasn't been fully announced yet. Hopefully I'll have it announced, near the end of June, and then the book live show will be near the end of July, kind of situation.
I have no idea how you do it, Brittany, while having a whole life. This month has required me to drop basically all other engagements.
I read a lot, so I don't do a lot of other things. I read a lot.
And you do audiobook.
I do solely audio, really. I don't physically read much. I definitely couldn't read nearly as much as I do. But I do tend to like do it job wise. So like I just kind of do like an 8-hour work day every day, but sometimes that's like afternoon, evening. Yeah.
Are you reading this physical at the same time or no?
I'll probably bop in and out with it. Yeah. I'll immersion read it when I have time to sit. Like I always start a book immersion reading always.
Oh yeah.
Well, not all, 98%. Yeah. I will start just because I want to get a really good feel for the characters, and I feel like that gives me a really good feel. And then like when I'm listening to the audio, I already know everybody. Yeah. But I'll probably immersion read for most of tonight, and then tomorrow I'll probably do like a mix.
Yeah,
what I have to do. But at night, like I'm not going to do a bunch of like housework and stuff. I've done that all day.
Yeah, fair.
Screw it.
I think Charlie comes off kind of rough at first. Exactly, this is what I said. But knowing him from the other book, I knew it was partially just Alice's perspective for some.
I see this completely opposite, where I think he's being too hard on Charlie. I think he's just trying to be fun and helpful in like a jokey way.
Yeah, but at the very beginning, he was kind of like, I remember him being kind of rude on the phone a little bit.
I just took it as there were things happening around him that had nothing to do with
it. You're right. Like, I feel like, yeah, okay.
Like, imagine if there's like clearly there's people around him that he's dealing with because he's talking to them at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you're gonna be like a little like overwhelmed, overstimulated.
But I feel like
a lot going on.
Like now I'm 10 chapters in, but I feel like he is definitely, in my opinion, like a little rougher on the edges. But he's definitely like, those like people who are a little almost grumpy, but like when you get to know them, they're really like sweet.
Yeah, I like Charlie. I think he's got a good way about him. Like I think he's super helpful, but also does it in like a laughy jokey kind of way, which maybe some people wouldn't take it as laughy jokey, but that's how I'm taking it. I'm just trying to be like fun and like lift up
They're very different personalities, which I'm really liking. And I always like that different personality, like opposites attract kind of thing. So it's definitely entertaining. So cooking dinner and doing the family stuff for most of the sprints, but I am through chapter 13. Well, the plan was to have it done, but she got picked up traditionally. Yeah. So going on tour and to book cons really limits your ability to write. Yeah, I guess that's true actually. But I still feel like it was a bit of poor planning then. But anyway. She also lives in France and keeps traveling to the US. Or maybe a rationing is in order. If the next book is late 2026, maybe spread out books 2 and 3 so it stays fresh enough. Yeah.
I don't know if those were already released.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like when she was picked up, I think all 3 books were out.
Yeah. No, but I think Tennille is telling us to like not read them back to back. Like,
I
yeah.
understand. Sorry, I took this the wrong way.
Yeah, no, I got what she meant after I was like, wait a second.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, like that's what I did hear because I heard there's a major like cliffhanger at book 3.
One. Yeah.
And that's why probably a lot of people are upset about waiting, right? So that's what I was kind of considering, like waiting a bit longer, especially from book 2 to 3. But I don't know. We'll see.
Vanessa and I both took this comment the same way and went, oh no, Kelsey's totally right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what was meant.
Yeah. Charlie is a huge flirt. Yeah, he flirts with everyone, jokes with everyone. He's kind of the person that jokes all the time and seems like he doesn't take things seriously, but he does if needed. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that vibe.
But just because you laugh and joke doesn't mean you don't take things seriously. Like,
no, definitely.
There's like this whole list that he leaves her of all these things that he's done.
Yeah.
Which is very considerate. Like,
yeah,
he's done all these things.
Yeah.
But his note amongst the, yes, I did all these things is like jokey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like serious, but yet not serious.
I know. I almost don't know how to take it. I didn't know how to take him at the start. Yeah. Like,
see, I like it. I like that kind of like flirty, kind of sarcastic almost humor. That works for me. So like Charlie from the beginning, I was like, okay, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, the only part where I was like, when there was the phone thing, and then he kind of like won me over a bit after that. I do like that I'm actually remembering details from book 1 because I read that back in like 2020. Oh gosh, 2023, I think.
It's been a while since you've read book 1.
Whenever I read it after it came out, so I don't even know what year.
The first book set in this location.
Yeah, so I'm actually remembering details, so that's good because I wasn't sure if I would or not. But obviously, like that one, like I don't remember all the details. Like it's like I don't remember. I couldn't go back and be like remembering every single, but I do remember how he was in that book, although it didn't center around him. But yeah. Read this book in 2 days and devoured it. I haven't read a physical book so fast in a long time. That's how I feel like it's gonna go with me.
I kind of like feel like I need to read this fast anyway, just because like I don't know what Bree's doing, and this is my Shire book. So like I'm glad that we're reading this because it is going to be a fast read. Like,
oh, definitely,
it's going to be quick.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like we've had a few long books, at least the last 6 months. We've had some long ones. So it's nice to have some short ones.
Bad that I don't even remember what last. Oh, This Book Will Bury Me. That's what.
Yeah, it was quite long. Hold My Girl was quite long. Like we've had quite a few long ones.
We have.
So it's nice to have like a short and quick one.
I just like couldn't remember. I was like, what did we just read?
Read about 15 pages, ate dinner. Actually going out grocery shopping. Just wanted to say hi. Thank you. You can tell that Charlie is Carly's favorite character, which you mentioned during our talk I went to. Yeah, I did know this. He's actually very sweet, and I think I actually like him more in this one compared to the other. Oh yeah, definitely. I do too. I feel like actually I don't want to spoil anything for the first one, so I'm not going to say my thought. Anyway, we're going to end there. We're going to go into our next sprint of an hour. I will see everyone in 1 hour. Hello.
Hello.
Sprint go.
I got to page 76, which is the middle of chapter 11. And I did put my thoughts on the first 10 chapters in the Discord.
Yes, I did see that briefly. I saw the very start of it.
I'm sorry, friends.
Is it DNF territory or no? Oh, God.
It's not bad. It's just not a book that I would pick up. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Because I feel like it's very focused on like her life versus like the romance.
Yeah, and I'm loving it. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, you're allowed to love it. I feel like more people love it than don't
Yeah.
like it. So I'm definitely the problem. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah. No. It's just different taste kind of thing. It's just how it goes sometimes. So
It's very it's very a book that I've read,
yeah.
if that makes sense.
I get that. I don't have the same feelings, but I get what
No,
you're
I
saying.
know you don't. So you talk. Tell us what you think, because you like it more than I do, and that's the answer we want.
I actually didn't read that much more. I only read 2 more chapters because I was making banana bread.
That means we're like in the same spot then. So that works perfect.
Yeah, I read like 2 extra chapters. I feel the same way. I love it. I love the banter. Even though I was iffy on Charlie at the beginning, I'm liking them a lot now. And I like hearing about kind of her work and backstory. Like, I just really enjoy it, honestly.
That's good.
I have nothing bad to say.
What?
I have nothing bad to say so far. So.
I don't really have anything bad to say. It's just like
you don't have anything good to say. Yeah.
It's just not my vibe.
He's definitely no longer teen boy. Yeah, they're definitely grown up. Hello, Bree. Some hellos. Reading Late Bloomer tonight, but I've come down with a terrible headache, so it might just be a chill night.
Yes.
I'm sorry you're having a headache. Yeah, just chill. Ooh, I wish I had this book right now because I really like Carly Fortune. She writes the best summer atmosphere. And then
the next comment.
25 minutes later, book is acquired. I live way too close to the bookstore.
Honestly, I do not see this as a problem to close to the bookstore.
It's
this
like one of those things that's like a problem and a solution at the same time.
Seriously, how convenient would that be?
That'd be way too convenient. Yeah.
But I do agree in the first comment was how good Carly Fortune does with atmosphere.
Yes.
Truly so good. I really think like the shining star of a Carly Fortune book is how she writes the setting of her book.
Yes.
It's so good. Like
I know.
It's really a talent.
Yeah, it really is. That's kind of what I love so much about her books. And that's why I didn't like Meet Me at the Lake as much, because I felt like that whole piece was missing. And and I think a lot of people said that. And I think she does take like the advice from readers. And then it seems like she and puts it back into the next book, or it just changes things, which I really like. So she does seem very close with like readers, and she does a lot of things that involve readers. So I do like how much she's like connected to them, so
I do. And I think I agree. Like, I know that one was right before This Summer Will Be Different. And that one was steeped in atmosphere. Like it was like,
which was fine. Yeah.
Great. We love to see it. We were so happy for that.
I know. Yeah. So I really do think she takes feedback, which is great. Submitted my sheer book, and now I can take a breath. I need to do my detour soon. Finish journaling and organize the drink shelf. Yes, I have a shelf for water, flavors, coffee stuff. Wasn't gonna judge. No judgment.
I have an entire coffee table, like bar.
Yeah.
So
I have way more mugs than I want to say. I actually just got rid of about like 7 because I was like, I don't need all of these.
It's a problem, really.
Yeah, it really is. Hi, Julie. Just got back from a walk in the park and reading the Infinity Fair. 37%. Nice. 36% into Trust of the Emerald Sea. Nice. Read 10 pages and got the kiddos showered. Got to 67% in my sightseeing book. Nice. Might stop for the evening and catch up on some booktube. I need to do that. I always need to do that.
I need to do this so badly. So badly. There's a few really great videos that I've been like tagged in that I really want to watch.
Yeah.
Like announcement videos that I want to watch for like fun summer challenges or like readathon. Like There is so much that I need to read. Like I have a watch later list of like, I would like to watch this week. Like these are time sensitive, some of them, because they're like announcements.
Yeah.
And like I need to make time.
I know. Yeah. I wish I had more time. I'm at the end of chapter 22, miss the flashbacks, but still enjoying this a lot. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think I don't know that the flashbacks would work. Like she did have a little bit of flashbacks, like it almost in her head, like she flashed back to,
like memory scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like full flashbacks, but I don't think it would make sense because they didn't really interact back then, so it wouldn't fit with this one.
That's what I said in the Discord, but I also miss them. Like I missed that part of
that
but
was I thought that's book. What
but the last book was a second chance romance, so I feel like it made sense to have the flashbacks where like you know if this one does. But I do miss those because I think it really added to the story.
And I originally thought that it was flashback, but it's actually like this many days left at the lake.
It's like her countdown to leaving the lake. Or like how long she has to complete her goals that she has made, because she's made like a little like goal list. So
I also really like her relationship with her grandmother. I really love that. I just think it's so cute.
It is a really cute relationship. Do you know what this book reminds me of? And maybe people can say
what?
But it reminds me of Book Lovers by Emily Henry.
Oh, I really want to read that. Okay, maybe I should read that after this. Not right after,
but like that's a sisterly relationship and they go away. So like, but it feels similar enough that I'd be like, oh, like Book Lovers, I think you'd really like this.
Okay, I'm gonna have to give it. Yeah, because I read what's the most recent? Great Big Beautiful Life, and I didn't love it, but I've loved like Funny Story. I really liked Happy Place, so I feel like I do need to read other Emily Henry because I was expecting to get like summery vibes from Great Big Beautiful Life, and I did not get that at all, and I didn't like it very much. It was like 3-star. So I do need to, I think, read another one.
Funny too is that the love interest in both is Charlie.
Oh, that is funny.
Maybe that's why. No, it's not. That's not the only reason I think it feels that way.
Made it to chapter 7. Wow, you picked that up and read that quick. Wow.
Very quick.
Already like Charlie, read the first book back when it was released. I remember the main character struggling with body image, and I'm glad that transferred to this one as I relate. Yeah. I do see definitely, because I read it 2 or 3 years ago. I do definitely remember some of the key details that they've kind of moved over. Went for a short walk and had dinner the last 2 sprints. Ready to get back into the endless war this evening. Nice. Agree, it wouldn't fit the same, but I enjoyed seeing our characters different. I totally agree. Yeah,
I completely agree. I think it was one of my favorite parts of the.
Definitely, and I think if it fit, it would have, like, she does it really well. But I also think that it's good, in my opinion, that she switched up, because sometimes authors do the same thing just over and over and over, and it's like, okay. Yeah, it's like you're writing the same book over and over. So I do think it's good that she kind of, because what was The Summer Was Different, was that also Second Chance?
That was second chance romance-ish. I mean, they kept having like this secret romance every summer.
Right, yes.
It really was second chance in a lot of ways. It was like 14th chance, I guess.
Yeah. And Every Summer After was too. And then Meet Me at the Lake. I think Meet Me at the Lake, from what I remember, it was like potentially one night stand kind of thing, or at least like they met and that's it. Like it was just normal kind of. This book club is free to join. The Discord link is in the bio, and it's basically broken down by like sections, and you can drop your thoughts per section. So,
completely
totally free.
We're every month, and our next 6 months were just announced. So if you go to like the top of the Discord, and Kelsey's like most recent, I think it's your most recent. Mine's probably buried a little bit.
Yeah, or if you click on my channel, Brittany, I don't even think you're in I'll put you in.
That's okay. It's fine.
But if you go on my channel, I do have my video. And then Brittany's is Brittany Loves Reading. So I'm sure you can search her. But if not, I'll put her in the bio during this next sprint. So. Wow, that is good timing.
Look at us.
This will be our last sprint. I believe. Yes, that this will be the last one. So perfect timing. All right. I'll see everyone in 1 hour. a little.
I got to the end of chapter 15 and like the sprint was basically ending. So I just
Oh wow. We're like at the same spot. I got to the start of 15. So I was like, okay, like I'm at 100 pages ish. I can just stop because I did pretty good. I'm like, that's fine.
Look at us, twins. We
Staying
did it
on track.
I know. Who are we?
I know.
I have no thoughts.
That is fair. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
That's so good. I'm so glad.
Yeah, I'm just like obsessed. Like it brings back all the things I love about Every Summer After, even though it feels like it's completely different. You know, the main characters are different. Charlie was in the first one, but I just love it. I love it so much.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, it's like been a while since I've been like loving a book. You know what I mean?
I'm in a bit of a reading slump lately.
Like, well, okay, I shouldn't say it's been a while because I loved Wild and Wrangled last month. I think that was a whole month ago almost, though. And I loved Enchantra, but I feel like I took a big of a break from reading. So, and I feel like it's been a while since I've like been this obsessed where I don't want to put it down. So
that's good. That means you're gonna fly through it.
Yeah, it does. Which
I mean, it reads.
I'm trying not to because I'm like, you know, those books you want to like read really quick, but you want to savor. It's one of those.
Yeah, there was a book I finished recently that I was like sad that I finished it. I feel like it was during. Oh, it was Gifted and Talented. That's
yeah.
Because I was like, it was during Timmy's TBR last month where I had like so many 5 stars. It was truly a gift from.
That's amazing. I love that time. Yeah, I love that one.
I finished Gifted and Talented, and I was like, oh, I'm sad.
Yeah. It is sad when you finish a book and you can't like reread it for the first time again.
Yeah. It is sad. It's hard when you're like, but I love it here.
I know. I know. Got to chapter 20 and still loving it. Yay. That sprint was filled with stressful adulting and things won't get near being taken care of until business hours tomorrow. Try not to be anxious before bed. Oh, that really sucks. Maybe just like try to like do something that's really relaxing before bed. Like get off your phone, read a book, or do something that's what I find like helps me like before bed. As much as possible to try to take your mind off the stress.
Agreed.
I want to savor it, but I could also use it as sightseeing book for a book with a prologue, so I feel like I have to finish it quick. Yeah. And I feel like it's one of those books that you just keep like flipping the pages. So
yeah, definitely.
15 pages left in your book. You
were so close.
Yeah, you can definitely. If we were doing another sprint, you would definitely finish, but you'll finish shortly after. Doing my post-surgery foot splints before bed. Also read 40 pages of Endless War. Ooh, very productive. I'm at chapter 27 and Charlie has grown up for sure. I'm a little frustrated by how mature he is. That is so funny.
I like Charlie. Like, that's not my problem.
Yeah, well, I I have no complaints so far. I just love it. I'm having a fantastic time.
I also am coming into this with no preconceived notions of Charlie.
True.
So that might be like an interesting thing to look at.
Yeah, and I wonder if you read the first one, would you like this one more or not?
Is Alice in the first one?
Sorry?
Is Alice in the first one?
No, she's not.
Then I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I feel like that this is her story more than it's Charlie's.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, you might like Every Summer After then. Because it doesn't it's more so about like it's a second chance and it flips back and forth.
See, I love a second chance romance. Well,
yeah,
that's not true. I liked when she did a second chance romance.
Yeah, and it's a then and now timeline. So I'd be interested to see like if you like that one whenever you get to it.
Who the heck knows?
That's why I said that. I feel like I self-insert with romance for sure. If you don't relate much to the main character, then you probably don't care much for this and it's so focused on her. Yeah, exactly.
That is really true.
Read 10%, almost to the 50% mark. Nice. Every Summer After was unputdownable. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally
Someday I will get to it, friends. I promise. I promise. I really thought I'd get to it leading up to this book, but then also I was almost a little nervous to do that, to be honest, because the last book club we did that for, where it wasn't like a direct continuation, but there was like side characters that floated in.
That was rough.
I didn't like the first book, but I really liked the second book.
Yeah, me too. Well, I liked what I started of it. I need to go back because if I want to do like a roundup at the end of the year, like I need to go back to that book.
Because it's very similar. Like they're two books that are completely like they're not series, they're standalones, but like you have overlapping characters like significantly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yes. Yes. I may join into an amazing readathon sprint between now and then, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the schedule and I don't know that, but I'm not hosting those. So it'll just be me like popping in to the amazing readathon schedule. So you can check that out on the Discord. But the next time I'm hosting something is this.
Alrighty, we're going to end off here. Thank you, Brittany, for joining. Well, you kind of have to because it's our book club, but thank you.
Oh, I would even if I didn't have to.
It wouldn't be our book club without the two of us. So
it would be hard. It would be just K. No B.
Exactly. If anyone did not check out our videos, which kind of list out the next 6 months, our next book club book is When
Javi Dumped Mari.
Why do I keep wanting to say married? I'm like, that's not right.
Mia Sosa. Why did I forget that?
Yes. Which I'm very excited to read from her.
I have never given less than a 4-star on him.
Yeah, I'm very, very
I have
excited.
very high hopes.
Yeah, I'm very excited. So yeah, that'll be next month. Thank you everyone for joining, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye.